I would say yes, but I would add that I wasn't born like that, but I became a European, and that was because of all the programs I took part in and the different experience I did. I would say it was the first time I went traveling outside of Italy. I was with the family of a friend of mine that lives in France, but they work in Switzerland. So they were going back and forth. And in that moment, I think I've experienced what many Europeans do experience every day. There is a difference in culture and the inexistence of borders. Coming from the south of Italy, for me, everything was always very Italian. My family is whole Italian. They all come from here. They never moved away. And I do not have any other descent. So for me, it was always normal and regular just to be Italian. End of the sentence. When I first went out, I just found out that the world is not like this, but on the contrary, that everything is mixed, that identity is fluid, and that Europe in particular is just a melting pot made of different cultures. And that was really eye-opening for me, and I think that's the moment in which I got my European revelation. So I would say the worst moment in recent European history was the conflict between Armenia and Azerbaijan. Having friends in both countries, I felt personally touched. And that came in a moment in which trust in European institutions was already low because of COVID, because of the slow response, because many countries felt abandoned. So I think that was a really harsh moment. Well, it's hard to find, but I think that the position that the European institutions are taking right now, the standard they're taking, underlining the importance of the rule of law and democracy, it is very important for our future. And it would say a lot about the future of the European Union as a whole and the countries and the citizens. So I think what's going on like right now in these days, it is very important for our future, and it's indeed positive. I mean, it's just so many. From a very personal point of view, I met my boyfriend because he works in a project that was indirectly financed by the European Union. So I would say if the European Union didn't finance the project, I would have never met him. But on a less very personal point of view, all the best experiences I had so far, they were created and financed by all the states together. And I think that those like Erasmus, different kind of Erasmus exchanges, work with the national agencies, this just wouldn't happen if the European Union wasn't here. And that's unique, the fact that they exist and they're so inclusive and they're based on values that are very important to me and to which I can relate. So, well, in synthesis, well, my whole life is made by the European Union, so I think I'm a very peculiar case. What I really hope for the future of the EU is for the EU to enlarge and include more countries and more cultures. The more difference they bring, it can only be positive. And I would say another thing that is becoming less religious in general. I think that's a very Italian perspective. I don't know, but I just see that an excessive importance is given to religion, and that shapes the dialogue, the public dialogue, the citizens' dialogue, and it's just wrong. Because yes, religion promotes some positive values, but on the other side, that creates division between people of different religions and cults and that believe in different things. I think with a more like Europe, that would be easier to connect among citizens and really strengthen our values in civil society. I think that lately, with all the terrible happenings, there was more division in the society in general, in the EU. That could even be because I'm doing some readings that are about anti-Semitism and the development of hate and how there is more hate speech nowadays, and because Italy is polarizing in the last years. So that could be my personal point of view and that experience, and not a real good analysis. But I just feel that many are instrumentalizing religion to get consent. And that's probably something that always happened, always. That is why we had so many contrasts in general because of religion. But right now, this is becoming more and more important. And for example, what's going on in France, religion, I feel like religion has a lot to do with it, and not in a good way. Because there is a distinction made on the base of religion, and that easily causes discrimination.